Hi, so I have this system of equations on the board. We have x plus y equals 5, x squared minus y squared equals -5, and we're asked to solve for x cubed plus y cubed. And we don't necessarily have to solve for x and y, and apparently we just have to solve for this piece. Now to get started, what I'm going to do is we're going to use, this is a difference of squares right here in the second equation, so I'm going to rewrite that piece. So this can be factored as x plus y times x minus y, and we're given that this is -5. Then we can use our first equation. We already know this is a 5, and so we just need to solve for this. What I'll do is I'll divide by 5 on both sides. So we can say x minus y equals -5/5, but that's just -1. So I'm going to just add that up here to what we know. We also now, a lot of the times when I do my approach for this, if I don't know exactly how it's going to come out, is I just try to gather as much information as I can, and then usually, hopefully, we have enough to solve the problem. So now, the interesting thing here is we have just two linear equations with two unknowns. So what we can do is, you could solve this by any number of methods, but I think the easiest way is just going to be to add them. So if we add these two together, we notice that the y's cancel out, and we end up with 2x equals 4, and then x equals 2. So we have one variable. We could plug it back in. You know what I think I'll do is, let's just do this process again, but we'll subtract these two equations. Again, maybe it's easier to substitute, I don't know, but we're just gonna do it. So now subtracting these two, the x's will cancel. We end up with 2y because this changes the sign here and changes the sign here. So we end up with 2y equals 6, or y equals 3. Okay, so at the beginning of the problem, I said we don't have to, they're not asking us to solve for x and y, but just by doing this, we found it, we kind of stumbled on it or whatever, and now we have x and y, and so this is actually the easiest way is to just take our x and y values and plug it in for this sum of cubes. So we don't even have to mess with the sum of cubes formula. We could, but it's not gonna make it any easier. So plugging in x squared plus x cubed plus y cubed, it's just gonna be 2 cubed is 2x is 2 plus y is 3 cubed, and this is just going to be an 8, and this is going to be a 27. So our answer is actually 35. So I think that's actually, I think, an easier problem than when you have to use the sum of cubes formula and factor and all that. This is, I think, a little quicker.